Hello, everyone. Welcome back to that Tech Enthusiast podcast. And today we are going to be discussing the latest tech news for the 14th of June, I think it is.
I think it's June.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
it's
lost
June.
track of the date now. Right. So let's just go for the first topic.
Yep.
Also, the only topic we made notes on because that's how prepared we are.
Oh yeah, we're so prepared.
So, PS5.
Well, that's a pretty important topic right now.
Yeah. So, Jim Ryan, the CEO, I believe, in an interview with CNET.com, has said that they wanted to do something that was bold and daring. We wanted something forward-facing and future-facing, something for the 2020s.
Yeah. I mean, it
So
looks like that.
yeah, insert picture here, and then
A lot of people are saying that it looks like a Wi-Fi router in
yeah,
a binder. But
yeah, I've seen that.
honestly, I think people should just stop comparing the new game consoles to things because it's basically like if you get the best comparison, you're going to get the most amount of likes.
Yeah, and then well, something I've heard a lot about as well is consoles at this point are just locked down gaming PCs.
Yeah, they really are.
And I wouldn't be surprised if somebody finds some sort of way to install Windows on it.
Right.
Because like, Xbox have got like things
Yeah.
in the Xbox to stop you from installing Windows on it. Like the processor physically has things on it to stop Windows from being installed.
Oh, that's
So
quite
like, it's
good.
totally a possibility.
Yeah. Doesn't the Xbox OS run on Windows 10 anyway?
Yeah, I do think it runs on something like that because hasn't it got Microsoft Edge?
Yeah, it does. It doesn't have the modern version of Microsoft Edge though, which I found quite weird.
Oh yeah, forgot about that. I don't really have an Xbox, so I only get to see it when like I go around to people's
Yeah.
house. Um, right, I'm
So
checking
it
my email.
said there's no difference in design or internal hardware between the digital and the standard versions. Yeah. So there's two different versions, which are the all digital edition, like Xbox did with their S, and there's the standard edition.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to be the same price.
I imagine the digital version would probably be cheaper. Probably not noticeably cheaper. It'll definitely be cheaper
Yeah.
to make because there's not an optical drive.
Mm.
But whether they just put them as the same price, I don't know.
Yeah, there might also just be dead space inside it if they
Yeah.
chose to go down that route instead
Well, yeah,
of.
because if they're gonna both look the same and be the same and
Yeah.
like be like hardly like you wouldn't be able to tell that they're different apart from obviously one not having an optical drive,
Yeah.
then they probably are. There probably is just going to be a bit of dead space.
Yeah. Also, I think that the all digital one actually looks better because I don't like the slit in the front.
Yeah, my question is I had this idea the other day. Let's say, because obviously a lot of PCs don't have optical drives in anymore. Let's say
No.
that you had an external USB optical drive,
Yeah.
which you bought for your PC. If you bought the digital version, could you use that on the PS5 or the Xbox? That's my question.
I don't think that would be a good idea because then somebody may be able to get a copy of Windows onto a CD or something clever like that and get Windows onto either one.
But surely they'd be able to do that on the one with the optical drive as well, though.
Yeah, they would.
And like you'd have to get into the BIOS to do that. So
Mm.
I don't know. There probably is a way to like get into something like a BIOS for an
Yeah,
Xbox or PS5.
you
Like I
might
know
have to. You
there's
might
that
have to.
Android bootloader,
Yeah.
which is like the closest thing I can think of to a BIOS for
Mm.
Android phones.
Well, I don't think. Well, I mean, you can jailbreak iPhones, but
Yeah, I saw this. I don't know where it was. It might have been on Twitter. About these two people, and they were chatting to these two Apple Store employees
Yeah.
about like jailbreaking, and they were showing them like some of the jailbreaking app stores and stuff, and the Apple employees were like thinking it's some sort of um, illegal black market thing. Like, it was just
Yeah.
so
I mean, it does void your warranty, doesn't it?
yeah,
Completely. But I think that's the only bad thing, apart from, getting a virus, which can happen.
yeah. But if you, there are a lot of YouTubers that have detailed guides on how to do it, and like
Mm.
ones that I tried to jailbreak my iPod 6th gen a while ago, and I couldn't get it to work, and I don't know why. I'm not sure if they fixed the jailbreak I was doing because
They might
it was
have.
very easy.
I don't think Apple likes it.
Yeah, they definitely don't like it. I wouldn't even be surprised if like those Apple employees get paid just to hate jailbreaking.
Yeah.
Right. And like, have you ever heard the argument about Android versus Apple, and someone saying, "Well, if you don't like Apple, you can just jailbreak it." That's not a valid argument
No, it isn't, honestly.
because jailbreaking and like every update will get harder
Yeah, well.
until they do like a stupid update where it gets easy, but
Yeah.
or like a new method.
I think that's happened in the past, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was something with, oh yeah, on Android as well.
Mm.
I don't have any notes for this, but there was a character, I think. So on this has happened on Apple before, where like any Apple device, if you received a message or any sort of notification
Ooh.
with this foreign character in, it would like crash your phone and stuff. I
Yeah,
believe
I watched a video on that, actually.
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's one for Android going around. I'm not sure if there's been a fix for that, but
Oh, there's also been that Android wallpaper, which has been crashing loads
oh
of
yeah, I
phones.
think it was that. It was that actually. Yeah. What even was it? I haven't seen anything. Like I haven't seen that video yet.
So it's basically an image of a lake. It's very hard to explain, but like it crashes your phone because 1 pixel is out of Android's capability to render on the screen because it's out
Yeah.
of the color space that Android uses.
Yeah.
It's like more than the display can handle, and the phone gets really confused. Specifically on, I think, Samsung devices.
That would make sense because Samsung do have their One UI, which is like
Yeah,
a kind of like a skinned Android with a couple of extra Samsung features.
yeah. Also, if you have an iPhone and do it, it's completely fine. I've one upped you there.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's interesting. It's just on Samsung, so it's probably something to do with One UI. Um,
Yeah,
I
for
had more.
people for
If
people
I,
on YouTube, you should probably put it on the screen
yeah,
because
I'll try.
it only does it if you set it as your wallpaper,
Okay.
and it's
If
pretty
I
easy to find.
if I had more devices, like just a bunch of random Samsung phones lying around, like
Mm,
all on different versions of One UI or like TouchWiz and all the other ones,
yeah.
and I probably tried it and see how old it is or if it's just something to do with the new update. Because I
Mm,
know recently there was the Android 10 update on my A40, um,
yeah.
and then probably about a month later, I then had another smaller update, which is very rare. I like can't remember the last time I updated my phone before that.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
Samsung are just well known for taking ages to get Android updates.
Well, I mean, they do have to support all those different
Yeah,
phones because there's so many Android phones compared
yeah,
to the Apple phones.
and then also all the if it's obviously Samsung, all the Samsung skins,
Yeah.
and then there are yeah,
You
and
have
then
to make sure
Huawei.
that it all works.
I was about to say all the different Huawei skins, but then I realized Huawei no Android.
Yeah. Do Huawei have their own operating system, or is it
Yeah,
just a skin of Android?
No, it is their own operating system, but it's heavily detected. Detected. That's because I'm reading something at the same time. It's heavily based on Android, I believe,
Yeah. So
which
basically, they've
makes
copied them.
sense. Yeah, I'm not sure because there is like a free open source version of Android you can get, and then there's a paid version. I
Yeah.
think in theory they were actually able to get the free version, the open source one.
Yeah, because isn't part of Android open source, and that's why
Yeah,
it's so successful.
yeah. And whilst we're on the topic of phones, I remember something to do with Windows, and I don't know who it was, if it was Bill Gates or just someone else,
Mm.
talking about how like they're kind of annoyed that they didn't really do much on the smartphone market because
Yeah.
they have something like 3% of the smartphone market.
Wait, so which company said this?
Microsoft. So that's why they ended up stopping the Microsoft phones.
Yeah.
And now I believe they're actually making one that run Android,
Yeah.
which is kind of hardly surprising. Like I've used a Microsoft phone before, not as my own phone, as someone else's, and it was interesting. Although I have to say, um, the kind of like it did feel a little bit like an Apple ecosystem when I plugged it into the Windows 8 laptop. So
Yeah.
then when I plugged it into a Windows 10 laptop, it was like completely different experience. It was just like an Android phone.
Yeah. I I don't know why the Windows Phone failed.
I think it's just like
Yeah, I
no,
think
I
it's
just don't like it.
probably because people weren't used to it, really.
I think one of the things they said is that if they had started like doing phones at an earlier stage, then they probably would have been able to get more. Like
Yeah.
before, and let's say they did it when the iPhone came out,
Mm.
then
They might have
just
actually succeeded.
yeah. And then
And
going back to the PS5 because I have realised we've gone off topic.
yeah.
Um, Aesthetics. The Xbox is designed to fit into the room, whereas the PS5 is designed to like add to the aesthetic, and like
Yeah, I don't know if that statement came from PlayStation.
yeah, I don't know who that came from. Whether it was the article from essentiallysports.com. I think it's an esport
Mm.
news thing, and I'm assuming it came from Sony.
Yeah, it might have came with Sony because I don't know.
Yeah, and then it can play
Companies
PS4 games.
gloat a lot, don't they?
Yeah, although I find it's really interesting how they're not releasing the price for this.
Yeah, because maybe the price is absolutely shocking because they've had problems manufacturing it, haven't they?
Yeah. Well, apparently the production line is still on despite thingy, what's it called? Despite the pandemic.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive, actually. They've managed to keep them in production,
Yeah.
which,
Um
honestly, how many do you think exist right now? Because it
how many what,
says,
sorry? I'm pretty sure didn't they hand apparently FaZe Clan got hold of one.
yeah, I bet that's real.
I don't know.
I mean, wouldn't you just say that you had one?
I no, because I just heard that through my brother who watches
Yeah.
stuff, so I don't know. I'm just gonna Google it now. Do-
I don't know. It says that they're releasing about holiday 2020, so that probably means around Christmas, doesn't it? Maybe around Thanksgiving
Yeah,
time.
no.
Yeah. I think they'll release it before Christmas so people can actually buy it and get it as Christmas presents. Because, I mean, you'd jump on that, wouldn't you?
And it's like, yeah, that would be a smart move.
Mm.
And then I guess when did the PS5 4 even release? Wasn't that like 2015?
I think so. I think the PS4 released before the Xbox One.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
also love how close their release dates are for every generation of
yeah.
consoles.
Ooh, okay. So on the 15th November, the PlayStation 4 was introduced, and it
Mm.
was okay. No, apparently it was also released on that time. So I guess introduced just means released. And
Yeah,
then by the end of 2013, the PS4 was launched. Oh, okay. So in November the 15th, 2013, the US and Canada got the PS4. Then
yeah.
on November 29th, 2013, and then by the end of 2013, the PS4 was launched in more European, Asian, and South American countries. And then Japan got it on February 22nd, 2014.
Mm.
And the Xbox One was on the 22nd of November 2013 as well. So they're really close.
Yeah, they are. I love how they're so close because you can get the comparisons in because they're
Yeah.
relatively the same hardware inside. I mean, I know they're not, but they are
I'm pretty
relatively the
sure they both
same
got AMD as
generation.
well. I'm pretty sure they both got AMD, definitely graphics cards.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's also I'm not sure if it's also the processor or not. And then I believe Nvidia have their mobile processor in the Switch. So like,
Yeah. I mean, the Switch is a little underpowered. I
yeah,
mean, I know it's really small, but I mean, it
didn't
would add to
raise
the cost, wouldn't it?
someone had a new thing that I saw on YouTube,
Mm.
and it might have been Razer. In fact, wasn't it at either at E3 or the other one? What's it called? Like CES.
Oh,
One of those.
CES. It was at CES. Razer
Yeah,
showed off their new Nintendo Switch lookalike, didn't they?
yeah. And I saw a video on it, so I'm not sure if that's going to be released near the same time.
Yeah,
Although,
maybe.
oh, hang on, I found an image of it.
Okay.
Okay, no,
Well,
that's an app. Oh, wait, apparently they have controllers. There are like
oh.
Nintendo Switch like controllers for a smartphone, so it might not have been Razer.
Oh no. Oh, was it Nvidia? I don't think
Yeah,
Nvidia would have made a console.
I don't know. I'm just gonna type in Nvidia.
I remember the company logo was green.
Yeah,
That
that's
doesn't
all I remember.
narrow it down very much, though.
The problem is when I type in Nvidia Nintendo Switch, it's just coming up about how it's powered
Mm.
by the graphics cards are powered by the. I'm gonna start that sentence again. How the Nintendo Switch is powered by Nvidia graphics cards.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a graphics card. It's probably a chipset, isn't it?
Yeah, or it just says GPU. So yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, the Switch Pro on Thursday, the 23rd of January 2020, there's a rumored Switch Pro might not actually use Nvidia's new chip.
Mm. I don't know.
I mean, that's a rumor. Like, that's
Well,
probably just somebody
yeah.
that tweeted it to get a bunch of attention.
Yeah. We got anything else for the PS5?
I think I think we've got all of it.
Yeah. Shall we do what's it called? WWDC 2020.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
I've
you can
found the
talk about that.
date for when it happens. It happens on June the 22nd, which right now is in, yeah, about 2 weeks. Well, no, a week, basically.
Okay. Um,
So, I don't know if they'll release iOS 14
well,
because
they
I
will
don't think there's
eventually.
been very many leaks for that, has there?
Didn't didn't we talk about it last time, or was that the iPhone
I
12?
don't. I think that was the iPhone 12. We talked a bit about iOS 14,
Yeah.
but
So the Android. Let's talk about Android 11.
Yeah.
A bit about the betas for Android 11, or if you're American, beta.
Yeah.
Um, so there's an interesting feature about adding recycle bins to your smartphone.
Hmm.
So I guess actually, you know what? That kind of makes sense. So the
Would it
point
be
of
for
the recycle,
pictures
I
or
th-
for apps?
well, because often, especially if it's Google, they probably want you to use Google Photos, which is cloud storage.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Probably for files, because if you can install apps from the web, unlike iPhone, haha.
You
Um,
you you just
but
reminded me to empty my recycle bin now.
yeah, I never do.
No, I'll just keep it all in there.
Yeah, it's probably because I've forgotten, and partly because I think the image of it just looks better.
Yeah.
But it kind of makes sense having a recycle bin now. So
Mm,
it's not really like so often what I see people doing is if they want to delete a file on their desktop, they'll just drag it into the recycle bin.
yeah. And then you
I
can
normally,
retrieve it if you want.
well, if you press on Windows, if you press the delete key, it will go into your recycle bin. Whereas if you press Shift Delete, it won't go into your recycle bin.
Okay.
So that's a little tip for you.
All right. I did
Trick.
not know that. I didn't even know it went into your recycle bin if you press
Yeah,
delete.
but then this actually kind of makes sense for a phone, especially
Mm,
like iOS 12, possibly 11, maybe 13, added in like File Manager or their Files app. I can't remember what version it was though.
I don't know.
Um,
You gonna
and
Google
then
it?
Android have had it in for a while, a
Yeah.
File Manager. Because especially on Android, you do have to use files for quite a lot if you want to do any like sort of root. Often, if you want to
Mm.
root it, but
You don't.
so it kind of it's in. I think it makes totally sense. That's English. I think it makes. I think it completely makes sense for them to do this because like you are using files more often on your phone,
Yeah.
and then I know the Android tablet market is absolutely trash and that they're like hardly selling any. But if people are starting to switch to using tablets instead of laptops or full blown
Mm.
desktops, then this also makes sense, I think.
I also right. I don't see the point in buying a tablet. That's a controversial view, I know, but like, give me one good reason why I should buy a tablet.
So
Oh wait, did I just
I
lag?
no, you're fine.
Oh, okay. Good.
I think I think I'm more of a laptop person.
Yeah.
I think if I had I think I'd probably use a desktop and then a laptop because of things like OneDrive, it the files are all synced, or you could use a
Mm.
NAS, which is what I've set up for all the files for YouTube and
Yeah.
stuff because I've basically ran out of space on Google Drive. But what was I going to say? Tablets can I think sometimes they come in handy depending on just stuff. So like if you're in the Apple ecosystem, I don't really think you need a MacBook and a Mac.
No, you don't.
I think you could probably just use an iPad and then a Mac.
Right. You see, what I do is I have my desktop PC,
Yeah.
and then I have my phone, and then I have well, yeah, that's it. And then
Mhm.
I just use the OneDrive app on my phone to sync
Yeah.
all my pictures and photos and files, and I just use the Microsoft apps on my phone to sync all the files to my desktop PC, and that works absolutely completely fine for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think Windows is better with using a laptop and a desktop,
Yeah.
whereas Mac OS is better for using an iPad and then Mac. Um, what I do is I only have a laptop that plugged. I have it plugged into my monitor, which is how I do two screens.
Mm.
So I never really take my laptop anywhere. And I think if I did, I would probably take my Android tablet, unless, well, it kind of depends why I'm taking my laptop. If I'm taking it to a friend's house so we can play games together, then I'm obviously going to take my laptop.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's for the podcast, I've deleted my personal account on my tablet now. I only use the tablet for YouTube things because I just didn't really need it for a personal use anymore.
Mm.
But like before I had my monitor, I used to use it as a second screen. So sometimes I'd use an app called Space Desk, which just lets you extend your display.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I'd just have it as two separate machines, if that makes sense. Like if I needed to Google something, then I just Google it on there.
Yeah.
Or something like Minecraft or something.
Mm. Yeah, I think two screens is the solution there.
Mm.
I think that's the most efficient way to do it.
Yeah. Two screens is so helpful. Like I can have Discord in the bottom here and then the notes at the
Mm.
top. I think three screens is the best though if you're recording like gameplay. So like the gameplay in the middle, you're like OBS on one and then like Google on the other or just something else like I don't know, Discord maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think we're getting a bit off track
Yeah, I mean,
again.
yeah,
We
that's
always
kind of
do that.
expected. But there's really just not that much to talk about. Like the
No.
Pixel Ray, that's been delayed. I don't really know what to say about that. Like I don't know,
Mm.
GTA.
I mean, tech news has been a bit of a. It's been a bit quiet because of
Yeah,
the virus.
Pokemon Go Battle League temporarily offline in response to exploit. 5 reasons the PS5 reveal was a disappointment.
What?
Poll: should Nintendo release a digital only Switch?
I don't
Digital only
know.
Switch, no, because that wouldn't feel like Nintendo. Keep SD cards.
Mm.
Because I kind of, in some ways, still wish I had that element of being able to like go out to the shop to buy the physical game.
Yeah. I don't
Because
really
it's
use physical games.
I don't on the PS4, and then I haven't bought a game on the Switch for a while.
Yeah.
I think if I was going to buy a new game, well, I kind of want to play more PC games now anyway. Because
Mm.
like my dad's bought a new PC, which is fancy and has RGB lighting, and I'm
Oh yeah,
very
it's got
jealous.
the same
Yeah.
case as mine,
Oh
doesn't
yeah.
it?
It's got an RTX 2080 Super and an i7 8th gen, I think, maybe ninth gen.
Yeah. That's better than mine.
And yeah, that's what I try to use for rendering as well.
Yep.
Ooh, okay, there's a Star Wars game leaked.
Okay.
And it's to do
oh,
with like fighters. Ooh, hello.
oh dear. Right.
Anyway, that's like probably all we've got time for. I have a stopwatch on my tablet next to me because yes, I'm using a tablet, and
I mean,
we're on about 24 minutes, so I'm just going to end it here. I hope
okay.
you've enjoyed this episode. We have Discord link in the description. You're an admin on it. I
Join
got rid
that.
of your I got rid of your nickname as well because it was getting confusing every time I saw your message.
yeah. Oh well.
But yeah, Discord, that's there. Instagram, Twitter, website. There's a website for the Alien Doctor channel where we're doing Minecraft videos, so go check that out.
Oh yeah. I'm in
Listen,
one.
yeah,
As unreleased. I shouldn't have said that. Oh well.
yeah. It's not really any secret though. Like, you've been in like 3
No.
episodes in a row on here. Like,
Oh yeah. Am I a permanent feature now?
maybe, maybe you're gonna be hired for that Tech
Oh,
Enthusiast Incorporated.
I don't think that. I was just thinking of the Doofenshmirtz Incorporated thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about Linus Media Group, but anyway, I hope
All
you've
right.
enjoyed. Goodbye.